All right, so we're now at the herb garden. So what's happened here is my mojito mint right here, and my stevia here, and down inside where it's getting bad, along with what's starting on this mint plant and basil plant are two different things. Per picture this, which again I'll be verifying, but they're saying that some of these plants have leaf rot, which is a bacterial infection that is spread in the wind and garden tools, but also it can start because the soil was too wet. That is one thing with using the irrigation. Every time I would put it on or move these in a new place and start the irrigation up for it, it would frequently like overwater a whole lot until I got the emitter set and working with the correct amount of water. So it may have root rot. I won't know apparently until I pull the plant out and look at the roots. The other thing that they're dealing with are these tiny leaf-sucking insects called tripes. And they spread like everything else, meaning wind, tools, your gloves, insects. So they're having me, a picture of this is telling me to prune everything that may have that, and then spray it with the plant spray that's made from marigolds. So I'm purchasing some of that today from Home Depot or Lowe's. And then when we go into the courtyard, I ended up having to whack this poor mint way down because this one, it was saying that it had the mildew, the powdery mildew, which mint can get affected by. And the other plants that seem to be affected, this is just an ornamental plant, and it supposedly has root rot, which I can see that one because it's been in this pot for a super long time. It's not like the herbs out in the herb garden, because that's all new soil and they haven't been in those pots for very long. So this one may very well have root rot. So I've been spraying it with neem in the soil and doing what I can. But the part that was really sad is I had a mint plant here. I put other plants here yesterday, but I had a mint plant that I've had here for years. It was probably about 7-8 years old, and it was huge and beautiful, and it is now dead because it was just it just was too sick for me to try to save. The other thing that happened was in this box I have little miscellaneous plants that when I tear down the tower gardens I always keep, because if there's a plant that's living, I don't want anything to happen to it. And this one right here I have had probably for about 3 years. It's amazing how long they will live, these plants, when they're cared for, and they're kept in a temperature where they can manage. So these plants are supposedly being affected by leaf mites, and it causes them to have, I don't know if you can really see it, but these shiny coats right there. So I'm getting some spray for it today also. The other plant that's in here is one of my Malabars. This is my original that I had put in here out of a tower garden. And it dies back every year in the wintertime because it loves the heat, but it threw tons of babies. I have been pulling out babies left and right and repotting them and giving them away because they're really amazing. And it you eat it like spinach, and it will vine up this fence. And the other fence is where I've put them. So that's what's going on in the courtyard. So I'm going to stop the video for a moment and go to the front yard where the earth boxes are and share what's happening there.